Hello, friends, and welcome to another Rust stream. Tonight, at least my local time, we're going to work on this issue right here, which is issue 205 in the Git UI repo. Now, Git UI is a terminal UI for Git. It looks basically like this. And the problem is we need to update TUI RS to version 0.10, but because of some breaking changes, that's just not a straightforward. Just a second. And we're back. So yes, we're fixing. We're migrating to TUI RS 0.10 from I think it's just 0.9 in the cargo toml. Let's see, 0.9. Yes. So there are some breaking changes. There are not that many, I think. So it's basically this for easier cursor management. So they've changed how you set the cursor in the terminal, and they've also enabled some more advanced styling options. Oh, that's right, that's just my printer going crazy. Okay, I don't know what that's about. Just printers being printers, I guess. And there's also some added support for incremental styling of text and blocks and what have you. But I don't think that's as important as this top one, I guess. We'll have a look. So I'm thinking my strategy is basically just to update and see how that works out. Change this to 10. And we'll see what breaks, basically. Just a build. A lot of things, apparently. Okay. Oh, not that many. Right, so it's complaining about text a lot of times. That's fine because it says right here, text has been replaced by the following types: span, spans, and text. So I'm guessing that text previously meant what span means now, and text is now a multi-lines string with multiple styles. So these are apparently just single line then. I'm guessing these support some kind of wrapping maybe. Let's have a look here. Start with the first one. Command bar. Okay, what do we have in here? Doesn't look like span is present here. So where did span go? Let's head back to the browser and have a look at docsrs TUI-RS. Maybe it's just called TUI. Yes, it is. Wonderful. Primitives for styled text, it says. String split over multiple lines. Each line is composed of several clusters, each with their own style. A string world graphemes have the same style. A string of clusters of graphemes. Right, so text is a multiple of this, which is a multiple of this, I'm guessing. Yeah, okay, so these have been changed from being widgets to being a primitive. Right, let's see, does it... Okay. Does it still complain if I try to build? No. Okay, that's interesting. Let's... Oh, right, I know what this might be, actually. It might be because there is a... They implemented from... Where did I see this? Was it here? No. It's probably... Yeah. Because they've implemented from on string slice. And that's how, provides from implementations to use simple strings as a default and switch to previous primitives when you need additional styling capabilities. I think that's the whole thing here. But didn't use text anywhere before this? It has to though, hasn't it? Text. Text. Yeah, so it uses text raw. What does it think that is now? Doesn't say. Okay, that's interesting. Here there is some text styled. Text raw again. Text styled. Huh. This is in command bar. Maybe it's just moved. No, I'm just gonna go through these and see where it gets us details. 23 or thereabouts. Let's remove this. Okay, now we're getting some errors. Okay. Let's have a look here. So this used to be text styled. So it's not a text anymore. Now it's a span. Right. So I'm guessing we can do this immediately. And this then becomes span, which is styled. Is this changed? Yes. Content, and then there's a style. This style can't be correct, can it? It's this theme thing. Right. This returns a style, which is a TUI style. Okay. So we might be able to continue to use the built or the custom built theming that's built for Git UI before possibly transitioning over. There is a different issue, 149, which is to remove the custom color type and use the built-in one by TUI-RS because TUI-RS's style wasn't serializable before. But that's been fixed in the 010 update. It says so hereabouts. Or somewhere. I don't remember. Anyway, it says that it's serializable now anyways. Which is nice. And it would be nice if we didn't have to redo the whole style thing in the same go as we upgrade the thing. So let's try to continue this thing. Right, so this is just supposed to be raw text, it seems. Can I just do... Yeah, I should be able to span from... Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Let's jump back into the thing. Where was it? Commit list. 21 or thereabouts. Text of A. Okay, let's see if that still holds for the span. Okay, that seems fine. Let's do the same here and move on. Commit list needs diff.rs in here. And that's going to be line, where was it? 21. Need to come on. There we go. That one. And here. There we go. And it was external editor. Line 22. No errors. I find that hard to believe. Here we go. that apparently. File tree, line 20. Yes, this one. Oops. Ah, come on. No, no, no. Import this. That one. Okay. Help. Line 19. That's what I want to do. 19. Oh, no. That's the wrong one. Import, but this one. There we go. Is it just the one? No. What's it complaining about? Oh, scrolling, apparently. What's wrong with this? Expected U16, U16, but found it just a U16. Right. So, did I read something about this in here? Ah, yes. You can now horizontally scroll horizontally in paragraph. The argument scroll has thus been changed from U16 to a tuple of two U16s. So I'm guessing that this means that if we look into that's not how to write paragraph. There we go. Scroll, that's the offset. And what's it say about scroll? Not much. Okay, I'm just gonna assume that this is, yeah, okay. I'm just going to assume this is X and Y. Yes. Well, so horizontally is new. So previously, this just meant how far down you were supposed to go. I'm guessing. But now you have to account for how far to the right you're supposed to go to. So I would assume it's X and Y. Let's see. Okay, so this just sets self.scroll, right? Impl paragraph, right? Where is, here we go. Yeah, that doesn't help much. Widget to display some text. That's nice. But where does it say which one is which? I'm just going to assume it's X and Y. And if that's the case, then the first one should be 0. And the second one should be whatever that is. Right? I think that makes sense. Oh. Yeah, we'll do it like that. Moving on. This was help. Let's have a look at, scroll a bit down. Where were we? Help, message, line 15. Can I do this? I can, nice. Something new every day. Okay, did anything break? Yes, this did. And now it takes a wrap, I know. And trim, no. Wait a second. Was it? It was true before, which means that trim should be true now. Isn't that right? Where's it say? More wrapping options. Wrap true. So wrap expects a wrap instead of a bool. Let users say whether they want to trim white spaces when the text is wrapped. So before it was wrap true. Now it's still a wrap, but you pass in trim true to have the same behavior. And false if you don't want, if you want the new behavior. Which is not to trim the white space. Okay. So if it's true, we will keep it at true. That's easy to remember. Reset at line 16. That is nice. Okay, I'm not going to believe you. Here we go. I think we can just swap this out, like so. Let's see. Nope, that's the only one. Moving on to text input, line 15. Any errors? Yes. Switch it out for this span. And this span here too. Yeah, so this is small in components, yes. 42. Bloop, bloop. There we go, lots of errors. Wrong number of lifetime arguments. Expected 1, found 2. Okay, this is interesting. Let's see. Let's change this to a span. Same goes here and here. This is now a wrap with a trim of not that. The trim of true. Let's go back up. Wrong number of type arguments. Expected 0, found 1. Okay. So I'm guessing the T thing is not necessary anymore because it's the text thing is not a widget anymore. It's a different kind of thing. I'm just going to do this pretty naively and see where that leads me, because you still get all the correct lifetimes and types here, I think. Okay. I'm just going to do that and we'll see if it blows up next time we compile. Is it still complaining? No. We'll try that. We'll see. Stushing. In this one, yes. Line 23. Here we go. Let's see. One error. Yep. Where were we? Scroll list. Line number 6. Let's see. Here we go. Make this a span. Oh. And this one. And this one. Go scroll a bit more over here. So in the mod and the UI thing, line 9. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, now I'm all up. There we go. Oh, no. There we go. Like so. Command bar. Oh, forgot to go to line 134. Yeah, so text row doesn't exist anymore. So we'll do a span from. I'll have to import span. None of those. Try again. Okay, not working. I think it's just in here now. Is that right? No. It's in text span. No. What was it? Oh, it's lowercase text, of course. There we go. That was command bar. And more command bar. Line 140. This probably changed. It's down here somewhere. There we go. It says text. Should be span. And it's 145, which is now 46. This, yeah, this should be from. And 166, which is now 147. This is span from. On to mod in components again, 187. I think we might have fixed this already. Yeah, that's the one we got earlier. And that's the end of the list, actually. Okay, let's try another build and see how far. Woo. Okay, here we go. This is more in line with what I was thinking we would get. Let's see. Where is the top of this? I usually prefer working from the top down. Wait, did I scroll past one of the compiles? Let's see. Lots of stuff, lots of stuff. More stuff. And presto. Here we are. With some details. Line 141. Text is not a thing anymore. Let's use span. But did I remove text from the top here? Apparently. Why would you add span like that? That's just okay. Does it not automatically? Oh, let's see. Languages and frameworks. Rust, FUMT. Unsafe. Okay. Okay, I'll let it slide. Seems a bit weird, but okay. Thought it would do this, but sure. Anyway. We're in details. 155. Span here. 159. Span. Let's see this one. And this one. There are apparently more down here. Here we go. Let's see here. And here. And here. Oh man, I just scrolled past a few, I'm guessing then. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. All lines, do a substitution. Where you'll find... do I need to escape semicolons? Apparently not. Let's just do this to be sure. Substitute that with span, : styled. Boom. Moving on from details to, let's see, commit list. Yes. And what we'll do here is actually just the same. Like so. At that point, we had 77 errors. Let's see if it goes down. No, it's just the same. What? Okay. Oh, there we go. Aha, we also have some text colon raw. Let's do the same treatment but for those raw. And let's change those to span colon from. There we go. Next one up, diff rs. And we'll just start by doing the same for this. Yep. And this one. There we go. And we'll leave it at that for now and move on to the next file with complaints, which is file tree. Should have just done this when I did the imports, but yeah. Let's see, what was this? Do we have some of those? Do we have any of these? No. Okay. Let's move on to help, which is the next on the list. Do we have some styled? Do we have any raws? No. And then it's message. Styled? No. Raw? Yes. Oh, not imported, apparently. Import. None of these. Huh. Okay, not too impressed. Let's just do text spam. There we go. Then it's text input. Text input. And we'll do this one. Then it is scroll, scroll, scroll. Bit more stashing. Span styled. And span from. Yep, there we go. Okay, no function or associated item name default found for TUI widget tabs in current scope, tabs default. Function or associated item not found. Okay, let's have a look in app, line 541. It's complaining about this. So, presumably, oops, that's not the one. Here we go. Sorry about the bright light. I should try to warn you, but yeah. Just trying to keep you on your toes. Tabs it was. Tabs. It does not implement default. Did it before? Oh, no. That's not what we want. 09? Oh, wow. Why though? Tabs. Okay, it says default there. They removed the default implementation. That's strange. Is it not? But they have a new, which is new. And title's gone away. That's interesting. Okay, so there's this new one anyways. So I'm guessing this is the new default. Oh, and it takes titles as an input now. Instead of, let's see. Yeah, so titles, you did the default block and then titles. But now you do tabs new titles. Okay. So we'll just change this to new. We'll delete this line and put the tabs in here. And those do not work because they need to be spans now. They actually did this whole thing. That just seems very... I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this span from import none of these. It does not find that anymore. Okay, that's interesting. There we go. Okay. The traits that come from... Oh, it does not support span from cow. That is interesting. Right, and these shouldn't be... Ah, friggin' hell. Okay. Let's see. This is still complaining. Because it expected a vec. Okay. That's easy enough to fix. There we go. That's a vec. Should stop complaining any second now. Just let it catch up. Should it not? Expected vec found. Oh, it's supposed to be spans. Okay. Oh, because it's collected. Aha. I see. That is interesting. What if I still keep it as an array? Oh. I'll keep it as an array. That's not how you create an array. That, wow. This is. And I do a collect here. Does that work? Likes that? Alrighty then. Yes. Let's move back to this. Let's just do another build and see how much we've done wrong. I forgot to put the lowercase s in styled, which is now coming back to hurt me. Am I still not the previous compile point? Oh crap. 77 errors. Okay, it doesn't go further back than this. Okay, let's just start at the bottom then. Not my preferred way to do it, but sure. Let's see. Yes, I know of some of these. Let's see. Style. Where are you? Style. So, let's see. The first issue in style is this one on line 64. So this is now called add modifier. And then it's 72. Same goes here. And line 81. Same goes here. And line 157. Same goes here. There we go. Yeah, so a lot of these are just that it can't find. Let's see that, yeah. So if we do all lines, substitute span : styled for span : styled. Yes. Ah, look at all these happy campers. Right. I'm trying to think what the reason might be for using cow strings. because those are clone on write. But I'm kind of feeling they might not be necessary anymore because we need to put them into spans anyway. So they're probably going to convert them to some kind of abomination. Yeah, I'm thinking that we don't need them. So in theory, I could do some advanced substitution with regexes and what have you. But that's just too difficult. So we're going to do a macro instead. A Vim macro, that is. So let's do this. And we'll do a search for cow, like so. And we'll delete until the parentheses, jump to the next one and delete that. And that's our whole macro, I think. Yeah. No, this. There we go. All right. Here we go. Let's just this is going excellently. Okay. Let's see. Text input. Cow not found, but we can do this at least. All right. Message. Nope, not that. None of those. Any cows? No. Help. Any of these? Yes. Any cows? No. Oh, brother. Oh, here we go. Let's do this one. No. Yeah, that didn't work out as I thought it would. Okay. Cancel for everything. Let's just do cow. And okay. File tree. Got some of those. Have we got any cows? Yes, we do. Actually, let's just do this. Store those at a macro. Here we go. Okay. Moving on to diff. Do this one first. Let's look for cows. Here we go. And we'll do this. Yes, that's right. Here it won't work because we need to do this manually. But with this one it does. Not with this one. Let's see. This one it does. Not with this one. This one it does. Almost. Oh, because... wow, okay. Crap. There we go. And with this one, this one, this one. That line seemed a bit long, but sure. Okay. Moving on to commit list. Doing this. Looking for cows. Ooh. Yeah, sure. Oh. Let's see. How much are we actually wrapping here? A whole lot. Okay, so do this and this, I'm thinking. There we go. And let's have another look at the recents. Got a lot of those. Got a lot of cows, it seems. Whew. This is a VEC of cows. Okay, we're gonna come back to this, I think. Sheesh. Yeah. Yeah, those are gonna need a bit of work before we can get working, I am guessing. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Yeah, now it's all these cows again. There's going to be a bit more work, I'm thinking. So I'll leave those for now and get back to them once the compiler starts complaining. Right, okay. No hits for this. Command bar. There we go. Oh. Oh, nope. Nope, 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 nope. Any cows? Yeah. Oh, so this is an iterator of cow. No, wait, what? Span. Cow, I said. Oh, right. Let's see, any of these? No. Any of these? No. Right. Reset any of these? Yep. And I see a cow from here. That's the only one, actually. Right. This might be the last one, actually. Let's see here. None of those. And none of those. Okay. Let's try our luck with the compiler and see what it says. Oh, only 25 errors. That's progress. Means we should probably get to the previous compile point. It's somewhere up here. Yes, about here. Here we go. Let's see. Text input. Do we still have the text in here? There we go. Span. 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 Okay, that's those. A lot of warnings about... Oh, I thought it would remove the imports automatically, but it didn't. Let's see, commit list. Like this. And we've got diff. And there's file tree. There's help. reset. And stashing. No method name collect found for reference. TUI text span in the current scope. AppRS line 542. We can just do an into iter. Or can we just do an iter maybe? No, we'll do an into iter. No reason not to. It's dropped anyways right after, so probably fine. Well, those are an array. We'll do an iter and see if that works. Okay, 5 errors down and a few warnings down too. That's good progress. Let's see where. Here's where we compile last. The trait from iterator is not implemented. Is this what I need to do, or is it something else? I'm on a bit shaky ground here. Not entirely sure what I'm doing. Let's see. Same number of errors, so that probably didn't help. Let's see. Is this the... Okay, those... let's see. They clone them after iterating, then map them to spans, and then collect them. Not really sure why I'm not allowed to... Let's just do this. You know what? We're just going to do the same thing that we do in here. Why make it difficult for ourselves when we don't have to? Yeah. Right, so what they do is iter, clone. Not really sure why I... From... I'll just leave it at that, and then we'll do the collect in here. Calling clone on a string slice. So at this point, it's a string slice, right? Yes. Why do we need to clone them first? Can I just skip this step? We'll try. Let's see if that works. No, we introduced 3 errors. Yes, okay. Good work. Let's see. From... Right, so it does not like that. Okay, that's why we cloned them. Why not just... It seems such a waste to clone them. Why can't we just make them spans at once then? Like so. Why the extra step of cloning? That's what I don't get. Now they're an iter of spans. Of span. We're back to 20 errors. I'm guessing that's one of them. Value of type. A vec of spans cannot be built from an iterator of span. Okay, so it's complaining these are borrowed. Whoops, that's not a good idea. So these are borrowed, these spans, in the iterator, but these are not. Oh, right, it's supposed to be a... Oh, it's a spans. Oh, I didn't see. Right. In that case, we'll just do this then. See if that works. Back to 23 errors. Yeah, we're not making progress the correct way. Let's see. Did I go too far? I don't think so. Let's see. Here we go. Do they need own strings maybe? Spans. Those. Yeah, they do. No. That's a string slice. With a certain lifetime. That might be why... Well... Those strings need to live this at least as long as the spans do. They do though, don't they? Yeah, you know what? We'll just do it their way. Let's see. They map, they clone. We'll even do the collecting right here, as they do. Oop, collect. No. There we go. Yeah, this doesn't know what the type is, but I'm guessing that the compiler might do. We're back to 23 errors. Let's see. You know what? This is just gonna confuse everything, so we'll just do the collect down here, where we're sure that we know what we want the type to be. Still at 23 errors though. That's disappointing. Oh, right. We probably do the wrong thing here. We're back to 20 errors and another warning. Okay. So, yeah, okay. This time it's fair. We have not imported spans yet. And it doesn't seem like it's gonna do it either. I don't get where you put it out here. Text, span, and spans. We're up 2 errors now. Okay. It doesn't feel much like fixing things when the errors keep going up every time I try to introduce a solution. And... Just having some water. It's complaining that Spans does not implement. I thought that was what the clone thing would do. Am I wrong? Oh, cloned. Right, because I'm cloning the wrong thing. Ugh. You know what? This is just silly. Right. Cloned. That's something completely different. Okay, there we go. That should make everything work. Oh, famous last words. And we're seeing 19 errors. Yay. But we're still up to 1 warning, so we're apparently doing something wrong elsewhere. I'm assuming. Do we see anything? Not really. Right, let's move on to the next error. Oh, right, we're not using span anymore. That's fine. We'll remove span. There we go. Down that 1 error again. Let's see the trait bound. 2e text. Okay, in command bar. Line 150. Paragraph new texts iter. Right, it's apparently not liking this. From an iter of span is not implemented for 2e text. Right, so this should probably be spans then. Right, it says right here actually. It can convert from spans. Oh, wait a second. It can convert from span. Is it borrowed? No. It can create a text. This wants something that can be converted into text. Right. Let's have a look at text then. It can do from a vec of spans, or just a straight spans. So this seems to be let's see. Right. So I'm guessing these 3 actually need to be spans, which I find a bit weird, but it might just be what we need. We're gonna do this. We're gonna import spans from here, or rather, do we actually need both of them? I don't know. Let's build and see what happens. Let's just make sure I don't scroll past the correct one here. Let's see, here we go. And spans does of course not have styled on them. Okay, let's have a look at this fancy pants spans then. A string composed of clusters of graphemes, each with their own styles. Right? The problem is I'm trying to create a paragraph. So let's have a look at the paragraph instead. And see if that helps us. The paragraph just wants something. See, the way they create it over here is they create a vec of spans by creating a vec of span. Okay. So spans is a multiple of a span. And text is a multiple of a spans. Right, so each spans is a line, and within that line you might have multiple span, which is okay. Okay, that makes sense, I think. So if we go back here, let's undo this and this. So right, see, because here we're using a new line, and this should probably be the start of a new span, actually. I'm thinking. This might require some rethinking of how we lay out text here. But I think the easy solution here is, this is a vec of span. So we'll just create a vec of spans, that one, from text, like so. And now everyone's happy. Except for me, because I'm a bit confused about what to do with if we should. I will probably keep it like we'll keep it like this for now, and we'll just have to do some extensive looking around inside the app after changing all this to see if this works out still, and maybe experiment with switching this out for a span, a spans containing span afterwards, because that might be the more idiomatic way to do it in TUI now, but it might break stuff. We'll see. We'll see. Is this more command bird stuff? Yes. Line 165. Probably the same treatment there. Let's see. This is a vec of span. Right. So we'll remove the iter. That's old stuff. And we will add a parentheses and a bracket. Oh, come on. There we go. Because then we can add a vecbang bracket spans from parentheses. Yes. Do we have, yeah, we do have spans imported. It's the same file. Components mod, line 193, a new paragraph, and the contents are of T, where T is an iterator of span. Right. Now my question becomes, does it need to be an iterator at all at this point? Could probably just collect it. Yeah, this creates a dilemma. Should we maybe make this more specific to reduce the potential overhead, or should we just go ahead and make as few changes as possible? And we're going to make as few changes as possible for now. We'd probably optimize this later. The question becomes, do we want to postpone it in fear of it never being done and probably losing context of why the change needs to be done at all? Or should we spend more time doing that now? Ugh, dilemmas. Content.collect. I am guessing we're going to need to do the same down here. So let's do that. That's at least that one. 198. Here we go. Title style is now deprecated. If I do this, maybe. Title style is deprecated since 010. You should use styling capabilities of text spans given as arguments to the title method to apply styling to the title. Right, so presumably in here. No, then this is the block. We need to do title, I'm guessing then. Nope. What's it say in here again? Okay, we'll have a look at the block then. See what it has to say. Widgets block. Spans. Right. You should style the spans directly instead of the thing. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes a lot more sense. So, title. What is it? It's a string just. Oh, okay. That's nice. So, we can create a span. Styled. From title. And the style should be theme title focused. Like so. And we probably have to do the same here. So we'll do this. This is a span. Styled. title, and theme, title, focused. And remove this. Nice. That's not too bad. 230. Let's see. 198. 213. Yeah, that's this one. It just moved one line up. And then it's 219. That's, yep, that should be right. No method name modifier in details. Line 115. Yeah, so this is add modifier. And 126. Can infer from styled. Right, so it's trying to figure out what's happening here. So we're making a own string from a string slice and then trying to use into to make it to a string slice again. That's a roundabout way of going about things. Okay, so this should be a bit clearer. Okay. Let's see. That's just all about this. Then there is commit list. Line, where was I? 209. So what's the type of the author? It's string. String with a line. Okay. Yes, we'll probably just do this then. Aster. So that's that one. Let's see, next error. Commit list 308. We're probably bumping up against the same thing. What does this return? A vec of span, which means we need to create a vec. Remove this, and we need, let's see, a parens and a bracket, I think. Spans from. Don't think we have that imported, no. Let's just fix this one first. So this should go in here. What is title? It's a string. Right. I'm just going to do this to make it imported. Yeah, so this can use directly from string, actually. Ooh, that goes back to our previous thing. Probably should have done. Okay, let's see. Title true. Apparently. That's what this is. So we go back one step. Now I'm in commit list. Details was the last one I was in. There was this one, but there was this one place where I put in Aster. Was it in here? Was it that one that I just looked at? Aster. Just return string. Yeah, so this could just be this now. Oh, this. Oh, it didn't like that. Oh, right, because then... right, well, doesn't matter. Don't matter. That was commit list 308. That's a big error. Now it's time for diff 560. What do we have here? A vec of spans. So we'll do away with this. Actually, we'll just do away with this. We'll do a vec of spans from txt. And here we have a title style thing. So we'll do span styled. Do away with the asterisk. Self theme title. Oops. Self dot focused. Like so. Move this. Oh. That was the warning. That was that, yeah. Let's see, warning, 565, that's what we just did. Error inside of external editor. Line 103. Yeah, so this is the same thing. This is a vec of spans. We'll just do a replacement inside of here. Vec of spans. Actually, from text. We got the same thing here. Interesting. Where does it set the text of this block? I don't actually see. Huh. It does set some text on the paragraph, but it does not set any text on the block itself. I think we're fine just removing this. Because the border style still remains. Yeah. There's a warning for 108, that's right. And then there is help. Line 70. Let's see. Whew. Okay. So this uses get text, which returns a vec of span. Right. So get text, that's what we need to remember. Need a vec of spans from self.get text, like so. And that's that error. Let's see. Line 77. Yes, so this just needs another layer of stuff. Let's see, like this, and vec of spans from. There we go. This is help 206. Span styled. We still kind of need this. Again, I'm thinking this is somewhere where we might actually be better served just by using a spans with an empty span and a key, I'm guessing. Yeah. Anyway, what is txt? It's a text yeah, thingamajig. Okay. What's it actually complaining about though? Oh, the modifier. There we go. So hung up on spans and Spans and spanses. I didn't recognize another error. Let's see. In message, MSG 39. What do we got here? A bit of span. Span from a cow. That's not something we do anymore. Let's see. Remove one of these. Then there's one on line 44. Yeah, this is the same thing. So we just need another vec of spans from txt, like so. Right, and here's a span styled. Ooh, what happened now? There we go. Styled, and that's supposed to be the self theme text danger. Let's remove that. That's that warning. Text input. Line 133. Yeah, this should be add modifier. Same goes for this. $139, yeah, 149. Paragraph new. Where's this? Different file. Yes, 149, wasn't it? Yeah. Right, so get option text, I'm guessing is returning a vec of span. Yep. Sure, let's so we need a parens and a square bracket and the parens on the outside and the closing for this one, I'm thinking. No, that's not. Yeah. So we need the vec and the spans from. Yeah, so spans is not imported. Let's see. Still mate. Text. Span and spans. Then there is a warning in mod UI, line 105. Right, so this is the title. The title is a stir. So span from title, where this should be theme dot title selected. Next one is scroll list, line 54. What's this? List new. The trait from L is not implemented for standard vector widget list item. Right. Yes, these change type. So if you have a look, bright screen coming up. 3, 2, 1. So before they were just strings. List default items. List new self items. Okay. But now they need to be list items instead. So list.new expresses an input that can be converted from a vec list item, where a list item is a wrapper around the item content to provide additional styling capabilities. List item contains a text. Right. But text can be made from a string slice. List items has been removed. So these are self.items, right? Wow, okay. That's not very helpful. which are of type L, where L is an iterator of spans. Right. I'm thinking we have to look up list item. From. Yeah, that's not very helpful. Something that could be turned into text. Ugh, sheesh. Okay. That's not as elegant. Ah, well. This is an iterator of span. So, all we need is a vec of spans from the self.items. Do we need to collect this? We'll leave it as is and see. Am I truly at the bottom? Yeah, it seems so. Okay, let's try building. Okay, down to 8 errors. That's progress and only one error, one warning. Let's jump back to message, line 44. Use of integer type. Yeah, well, that's fine. Let's see, and there's also this that needs to go, and we need to import spans, like so. Then there's mod in components, line 193, which says cannot infer type for struct spans, cannot satisfy. Yeah, so this is one of those where I just collected this. And the same goes for this. Let's just try to remove the collect part and see if that works better. Let's see, then it's commit list, line 315. It's complaining that cannot infer type of struct. In paragraph new. This doesn't seem right. Wait a second, am I reading the wrong error? No, wait, what? Now I'm in commit list, 315. Oh, I typed from, I meant styled. There we go. That took a while. Let's see. External editor, line 98. Yeah, this does probably not need to be into. Let's see, there we go. That's probably more right. Mod in UI, line 103. Same thing here. This should be styled. Scroll list, 54. Right. Can I convert? Yes. So what we're trying to make a scrollable list. Where L is an iterator of spans. But what I've done doesn't make any sense at all. That does not make any sense at all. No. Let's see. Let's try that. Let's try that again. What I think we need is self items. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, this is ownership. Yeah. So self.items map spans from, right? Because I can, yep, I can do that directly. So now we have a spans. So at this point, we just need the vec to change that to something that can become a text, like so. Is that less error? Yes, it is. Let's build again and see what we get. 3 errors. Wow. They all fit inside a single screen now. Okay, so this is still not fixed. What's it saying? Trait from vec of map of span. Right. This probably needs to collect. I'm guessing. Let's just do. It's uncertain about the type. No, I think I'm doing this all wrong. Let's see. So what this wants is, not that, but yeah, that's not very helpful. This wants something that can be converted into a vec of list item. Right. And to get a, let's, okay, bright screen coming up in 3, 2, 1, here we go. Oh, nice, right. Not yet. And this list item needs something that can be converted. Okay, now I see what we're doing wrong. Right. So we're getting a list of spans, and each of these spans should be a different list item, I'm thinking. That sounds right, yeah. Which means we want self. Oh, that's not what we want. Self.items. Those are spans. So we'll make them spanses. Oops. By doing from. So now I have an iterable or an iterator of spanses, which will then map to list item, I think. Which gives us an iterator of list items, which we then collect Maybe not necessarily collect even. We'll just build this and see what happens. Yeesh. Okay, something that can be made into a vec of list item. You know what? I should actually look up what they do in the documentation for this. Yeah. At this point, I might be banging my head against the XY problem, which is if you have problem Y, which you're trying to solve. So you go around finding a way to solve Y, but you're stuck at X. So you want to do something, which is X, to be able to get to Y. So you ask someone, how do I do X? Because I can't get it to work. And people try to help you to find out how do you solve X. But it turns out that there's a much simpler way to accomplish Y, to solve Y, if we just ask that question instead. So instead of asking, I have this specific problem, how do I solve it? You should actually ask, I'm trying to solve this other thing, the actual thing that I'm trying to solve. How do I solve that? Because there might be, right, as if in this case, I'm doing all this, right, going through all these steps to get to what I hope would be a vec of list item. But there might actually be a super simple way to just go from items to directly to list items, which I'm completely ignorant of, or not catching up on, or catching on to at this point. And that is the question. So this is list item, yes. But we're actually more interested in list itself. How do they make the items? They make an array of list item from string sizes. That's not very helpful. Man. Okay, so apparently list item does implement from string slice. Right, because text implements from string slice. I'm guessing, is really the Rust type system that smart? If so, nice. There's only a blanket implementation. Oh, this is list. List item. Here's only a blanket implementation. Huh. It seems like it's that smart. Let's have another look at test. From string slice, directly from a span. So why don't I do that instead? So I have a span, and what I actually want is just this. And then I can do this. And we'll see if that's not easier. Does that work? No. Actually, let's try putting the collect thing back in. See if it works then. Does not. Let's see. Method not found. Expected signature. Wait, what? Doesn't... List item from list... What? Wait, what? That doesn't make much sense, does it? Well, if we remove this step then, that might work. Let's try this. So I have a... Okay, let's see if I can do... If I just add back collect. Does that work? No, it's uncertain still what it's supposed to do. Can I help it along with the turbofish? A vec of list item. Let's see. From iterator. Text is not implemented for list item. Right, okay. Let's see. Here. Yeah. I'm just being silly. We will do... No, we'll keep the text here. But what we'll do actually is remove this and make this new. There we go. That should work. Famous last words. Of course it doesn't. Okay, let's add the collect back in. In case it doesn't understand what it's supposed to do here. Is this not a... Okay, so L is an iterator. Let's see. Here. L is an iterator, where L is a iterator of span of T is a span. Right. And if we have a span, we're able to create a text from it. And then we can put those texts inside of a list item. And we can collect those. Can we not? Can it infer the type of the parameter T declared on the associated function new? How can it not? It's supposed to be set right here. It wants me to be more specific, so maybe like a vec of list item? Is that what's confusing it? It did fix it. Okay, that's... Sure. I'm guessing that the compiler is looking too much at this signature to try to figure out what this collect should do instead of looking at this, I'm guessing. Yeah. Okay, that kind of makes sense. I mean, I kind of see why it does it that way. Let's see. I'm importing spans. I'm not using it. The mod in components. Line 193. 93. From T is not implemented for TUI text spans. Right, so we're at this again. What is paragraph expecting again? Something that got turned into text. Right. Is it content that it's choking on? Yes. Okay. So again, maybe we need to collect this, but give it a hint. So this is supposed to be a vec of span. Yeah. Let's do the same here. No, collect. Oh. And this will be a vec of span. Spone. Gah. Still 2 errors. A value of type vec of span cannot be built from an iterator over elements of borrowed. Oh, right, they're borrowed. That's interesting. That is interesting. They are indeed borrowed. Do they have to be? Yeah, I guess. Does that help? No, because all of these expect them to be owned. What did we do before? We iterated, didn't we? Yeah. Let's go back. All the way back to this. Actually, let's go. So paragraph apparently just needed a borrowed text before. Okay, we're gonna have a look at the signature. So warning, there's a bright screen coming. Documentation. I mean, this is one of the nicest things with working with Rust. I mean, you have DocsRS, which is super nice in itself, but then of course you have all the previous versions of the docs too, which means you can easily go back and see what was actually the implementation before this version, which is, yeah. Okay, so this seems very much the product of this, which is interesting. So the reason this returns a paragraph of tick A, tick T of T is because the new function returns that kind of paragraph. So does that mean that if I do this and go forwards, it now just returns a tick A? Interesting. So they've simplified this, you might say. But where T can be turned into a text. Right, so what we do then is we fast forward. We actually remove a lot of these annotations because they're not needed anymore. Like so. Okay, so the content thing, yeah, No, we're just gonna borrow this string, I think. And this is just gonna be of T. No, I'm doing it wrong. Okay, let's go back. We need the... Yeah, so we need to do this. We can still borrow this, I think. Right, and we need the T because that's the type of the content, but this does not need to be of T anymore. They should actually be own spans anyways. There's not really a reason why they're not. Yes. So that means we can probably drop this collect. Let's do the same down here. So we're going to delete this. We're going to remove this thing. And we're going to remove this. Let's see how we get on now. Okay, we're getting closer. We need to remove this borrow thing. We need to specify the lifetime. Okay. Not a problem. We can specify lifetime. I'm just hoping. I don't think it's gonna. Oh, I don't think it's gonna mess up anything. Okay, let's see. Okay, we're up a few errors. That's always nice. From T is not implemented from span. Spans from is not satisfied. So I'm guessing that this spans also need to be tick A, which will probably give us a text of tick A, which will give us a paragraph of tick A. I'm guessing. Yes, we're up another 2 errors. Oh no, we're just moving further and further away from our goal. Let's see. Right, this is not the right place to use them. Do we turbofish it? Is that the right way to do it? No, not here, not like this. Let's see. Is that the right way to do it? I'm a bit damaged by C# syntax sometimes, forgetting where stuff goes. Okay, still the same number of errors. Unexpected lifetime argument. Yeah, and Spans is complaining about the... Okay, let's see. What do you actually want, Spans? We would want some text tick of A, which can be created from a vec of spans of tick of A, of tick A, and that can be created from a vec of span of tick A. You can get a spans of tick A. Right, so I'm guessing then we need to collect this. Is that right? Let's see. Let's go back a bit to where we didn't have these. Let's go for collect. Maybe just to collect. Let's see how that works out. Yeah, not too good. Kind of for type from start. Okay, okay, we're getting closer. I think that we might do this. Let's put in some fishes. There we go. Don't really feel like I'm moving closer to a solution. An expected lifetime argument. That is actually quite fair. And that's a strange place to put it, I'll grant you. This is supposed to become a vec of span of tick A. And that goes for this too. So this is supposed to become a vec of span of tick A. Okay, let's try this. Okay, fewer errors. That's progress. Actually, it is. It actually worked. Okay, so now we're moving on to details. Line 289. And it is complaining that we're trying to create a dialogue paragraph. But it's... what's it sending here? Type mismatch. Resolving iter of span as iterator where item is span. Okay. So what do we get here? A vec of spans. Right. So we have a vec of spans, and then we create an iterator, and then we collect that iterator as the first thing we do. Is that what I'm reading here now? Let's see. Pretty much yes. Okay. Dilemma. It might be optimized actually. It might be seeing that, oh, we're going from a vec to an iterator and back to a vec. So it might just optimize away the step between them. But it feels a bit heavy-handed at this point. Hmm. Expected struct. Span. Found reference. Required by a bound in this. Required by this bound. Expected struct. Span, but found a reference to a struct. Yes, because it's an iterator over the thing. So if we go, that's not what we're supposed to go back. If we go back, not here, maybe here. This is the one. Do we go all the way back to this? But then again, this becomes this, I think, which is not what we want. I do not think. Well, we're down to 2 errors. Let's see. A value of type vec of span cannot be built from an iterator or elements. Yes, that makes sense. That's 194. 214 says the trait bound spans from vec of span is not satisfied. Yeah, so spans require an actual ownership. Which makes sense, I think. So we revert this. And we basically say these need to be owned, right? So just to have a look over here. It is returning a proper thing, so I don't see a reason why we can't just do this. And I think that solves it. I hope. Looks like it. Okay, let's try. 313. Trying to do the same thing. Into iter. Any more of these in this file? Nope. It's only those 2. Let's look in reset. Line 39. Vec of span that we iterate over. This feels very redundant. Doing creating the vec, then iterating over it just to create a vec again. This feels silly. Anyway, there is something to be said about modularity, I think, but I'm not really sure I buy into it so far. What's this? This is components mod 205. Ugh. Text input, I'll do that first. 175. There we go. Let's just see how this turns out. 3 errors still. Okay. For some reason, the tab stopped working again. Okay. Ah, this is always nice. And details. 313. Expected struct span found reference. Creates a consuming iterator, that is, one that moves each value of the out of the vector. The vector cannot be used after calling this. Right, that's exactly what I wanted though. You know what? I'm just gonna change this. So instead of making... Well, I do kind of see the... I do kind of see the appeal of just being some kind of iterator instead of specifically a vec, but it still feels a bit silly. Okay. And it's by this bound. And it's complaining that it got a wrong kind of reference. So let's go to details. But this is a vec of span. And this should return an iterator of span. It's doing the same multiple places where it's complaining about that it's getting a reference. And I don't really get why. Well, I get this one, the reset one. That's because it's... Oh, I'm looking at some old data. Okay, that explains a lot of things. Ah, man. Temporary value dropped while it's borrowed. Okay, that's actually something we can look into. So 5, 3, 4... Yeah, that's probably an argument for doing it up there. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So we'll do the collect over here. And the result is a vec of spans. But that's not what this one's apparently. Of tick A or whatever. That doesn't make it more right, does it? No? Vec of Spanses. Wait, why is it borrowed? Oh, right. Was it? Wow, that's because it says right there. Wait a second. Did I just screw that up because of this borrow over here? Like so? Yeah, it did. Nah, wait. Creates a temporary which is free while still in use. Borrow. Temporary value is freed at the end of this statement. Borrow later used here. Right, so it should probably just go straight into a collection. Or a vec rather. We'll collect this. It'll create a vec of spans. Now it's commit list 210. This borrowed string. Add entry. Lifetime aids defined here. On 174. Author. Borrow value does not live long enough. Argument requires author is borrowed for tick A. Author is dropped here while still borrowed. Right. Why am I making it a stir though? Can I just move it? I think I can. Yeah, I can. Holy crap. We're building. Haha. Yes. Yes, we are. A lot of stuff's broken here, though. Yep. A lot of broken stuff. Yeah, so this is fun. Okay, this lists work for some reason. And this one. This, however, is broken. And so is this. Oh, they're all horizontal now for some reason. Oh, right, because we're new lining and it doesn't actually support that anymore. So yeah, all those new lines, we actually need to fix those. Okay. That's fine though. I'm not going to do that tonight. I'm going to bed. It's almost 1 in the morning local time, and yeah, I need my beauty sleep, we'll call it. So yeah. Anyway, this actually was a great end. Being able to build and run the application again after upgrading. So that's fun. That means progress. So it probably means we've made everything the right types. So now we just need to figure out the behavior and fix that. And I think it's the new lines that's their problem. So that's good. Anyway, this was fun in the end. So thanks for sticking around, those of you who did. And I'll hope to see you next time. Bye.